Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Wadash. I want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well, being great examples to Israel. I want to say peace and salutations to the hopefully elect and to 1/3 that's sincerely listening and pushing this truth. I just want to get into this lesson, which I'm going to call Chastising of Our Nation / you. And this lesson kind of pertains to us in this truth. I want to say when we being chastised, we should see it as a righteous thing. We shouldn't see it as nothing else but as a righteous thing. And I'm going to get into it. I'm going to let the scriptures talk. The first scripture I'm going to get is in 2 Maccabees, the 6th chapter, starting at 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but they that judge those punishments not be for destruction, but for a chastising of our nation. See, we shouldn't look at it, but for righteousness. See, be not discouraged for these committed. Don't be discouraged when you try to the fire. You know, He's trying to make you precious as gold, and who the Lord don't chastise. Roughly paraphrasing, you're not a son of God. Verse 13, for it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. You see? So when we catching hell and it seems like the wicked is doing all good, they got money or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Tax time and all that stuff coming, you might be at your job, you know what I'm saying? Jake in the world probably got a higher position than you or whatever, just corner stuff, and you think you just supposed to have it, and you just being tried, and the Most High trying you. Hey, let me read it again. For it is a token of his great goodness when wicked doers are not suffered any long time, but forthwith punished. You see? They ain't gonna do this for a long time. They gonna get their punishment too. They gonna receive theirs too. For not as with other nations, so like in verse 14, for not as with other nations whom the Lord patiently forbear to punish. You see, he patiently forbear to punish the other nations and 2/3 of our nations. But right now, he deal with us. Which what it says, Salakia. Let me read it again. For not with other nations whom the Lord patiently forbear to punish, till they become to the fulfillness, Salakia, till they become to the fullness of their sins, so dealeth he with us. So, man, to Esau and all these other nations come to the fullness of their sin, until that sin, that sin already reached to the heavens, but they still got a little more to go, They like at 95% of being full. It's the mark of the beast, martial law, and nuclear destruction, and we out of here. And we ready for that. If you know what I'm saying, if you're in the spirit and in the truth, you should be preparing, and hastening that day. Verse 15. Least that being come to the height of sins, afterwards he should take vengeance of us. Let me read that again. Least that being coming to the height of sin, afterwards he should take vengeance of us. So who come to get vengeance for us? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Until they becoming to the height of their sin, afterwards You see, afterwards, he should take vengeance of us. So after they reach the fullness of their sins, like in like in verse 14 in Second Maccabees, the 6th chapter say, we gonna be chastised for righteousness' sake, though, you know. And I'm gonna keep reading. And therefore he never withdraw his mercies from us, and though he punish with adversity, you know, though he punish us with the devil, I mean with Satan, because Satan means adversary or adversity, you know, and though he punish us with adversity, yet does he never forsake his people, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, no, from the northern kingdom to the southern kingdom. You see? And that's where I want to stop at. And therefore he never withdraw his mercy from us, and though he punish with adversity, yet does he not forsake his people. And that's right. For righteousness' sake, he don't forsake us. And also for righteousness' sake, he chastises us. And I want to get another verse. I think that's in Hebrews 12th chapter. It's like Hebrews 12th chapter. I think start at 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou the chastising of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Because it said, spare the rod, spoil the child. Hey, spoiled children, man, they think they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. They think they get whatever the fuck they want to get, man. Excuse my language, but that's how spoiled children act. But once you see that rod being laid on them children, you know what I'm saying, that school that's not spoiled, hey, you realize, man, hey, they got some type of manner. They got some type of upright in them, that they stand for something. They not quick to fall for anything, because they know from being chastised, you know what I'm saying? They know correction. You know what I'm saying? They know righteousness. And that's what we got to do through the Spirit. We got to learn righteousness. And that's what it takes, us being chastised and rebuked. Verse 6, for whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth and scorns every son whom he received. Right. So, hey, if you're not being chastised and humiliated, hey, you not part of the truth. You can't be calling yourself Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of so and so. You can't. It's no possible way. Nor would you understand the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because the father gonna teach his son everything. And so on and so forth. Verse 7. If you endure chastising, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not? You see? So if you're not being chastised, you cannot be a son of God. You cannot be a son of Yahweh, man. There's no possible way. You cannot be a prince of the power. Verse 8. But if you be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. And that's plain and simple, man. Let me get to the next verse, man. It's plain and simple. That's plain and simple, man. Man, 1 Corinthians. I think it's 11. 11. Yeah, 11 and 32. But when we are judged, we are chastised of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that we should not be condemned with the world, and that's what it is. It's just like the analogy I just brought up. Um, us being compared to like not spoiled child, being corrected. You know, hey, when you have a child that's been, when we say whooped and learned some house training, got a couple spankings, hey, know not to touch that, don't do that. You know, you could have more trust. You could be more trustworthy. You won't have to worry about them running away. Setting the damn house on fire. Just going to school, making a damn complete fool out of you. You know, and let me read it again. But when we are judged, we are chastised of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, that we should not be condemned with the world. And that's what it is. Hey, they can't compare us to the world, because we got some type of standard. We stand for something, you know. We the sons of the we the sons of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. We the prince of the power. You know what I'm saying? We the daughters of Zion, daughters of Sarah, as the sister like to say. Let me get one more precept, and I'm going to close it with this one. In Matthew, the 5th chapter. Because, all in all, man, chastisement and being rebuked is a part of this truth. And that's the only way you can become better. It's a saying in the word, they say mistakes make you the man who you are now. And it's also saying if you make the same mistakes, or if you do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, they call that insanity. You insane. But if you learn from your mistakes, you becoming a man, or it makes you the man who you are now. And from our mistakes that we learn in the truth, we become a better man, a better righteous man than what we was yesterday or 3 months ago. You know, get the last scripture, Matthew, 5th chapter, starting at 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Right. And blessed are the 144,001 which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, who are chastised, who are who are who are killed for the name's sake, who does the will of the Lord, because it said it's I can't think of the scripture, but it's like it's a humility